Morning, everyone. I have about 20 minutes before my Zoom calls start for the day, and it's time to jump into the workday, whether I want to or not. And the answer is I actually do not want to. There's some conflict that I'm anticipating that I just don't really want to deal with, to be honest. But all of that got me thinking, and I wanted to come out here and take a walk and process and reflect on a few things and think about gratitude and imperfection as well. It was a good weekend, and yet I find myself being nitpicky on how it wasn't good enough of a weekend. Like I've said before, I am continually working through perfectionism and OCD in my life. So that can be a big thing with perfectionism and OCD, is you just kind of always want things like, yeah, this was good, but I just wish it was a little bit better. That type of thinking. I feel like I'm really learning how to just be grateful to the best of my ability with whatever a situation is in the moment. I'm going to flip over to me now. Yeah, being grateful to the best of my ability with the current moment, including today. Because what would I have preferred? I think I would have preferred that it was like a high energy weekend where I was crushing my to-do list and I got so ahead for this busy week that I'm entering into right now, and I meal prepped and maybe I even painted my nails and caught up with my friends, and it was just great, you know? All of that just didn't happen. But yet, it really was a good weekend. I got some shopping in. Yesterday, I actually was with a few friends and family. And that's kind of where I was able to identify, I saw some perfectionism rising up. I also just didn't feel very good in my body from the chronic fatigue and digestive issues. I didn't feel good in my body, and my stomach and abdomen was like painful and swollen the whole weekend, really, like as if I'm about 5 months pregnant, which I'm not. Just tired, you know? And it feels like my options are like, get in bed and cry, cancel all my plans, or, soldier through and have a bunch of caffeine. Now that can be called black and white thinking. And one of the people I was with yesterday was actually my sister. And I really enjoy being with her because she also has chronic health issues, but she is a lot of times able to take a bit more of a relaxed approach. And so something I continually learn from her is she'll say, just do it tired. Just be tired. We went to dinner with some other people, and we were both kind of like, yeah, we don't really even want to go. And we both wished that we had felt better than we felt. And we thought, what about getting a coffee? And I was like, yeah, let's get a coffee, So I usually tend towards that way. I'll kind of like shove down and ignore my bodily cues for the sake of the gathering, for the sake of others even, or for the sake of myself and possibly not even wanting to face negative emotions. And she said, let's just do this tired. I was like, you know what, that's a great idea. Kind of like, we'll probably have some fun when we get there type of thing. And if not, that's okay. And the way I approach myself in the last couple of years as these health issues have gotten just hard to deal with is I do think about reparenting and thinking about myself like a little kid. And I've had a few situations, where I'm with kids and they'll say, I don't want to do this certain thing, even if it's like a fun thing. And I'll say, well, you know what, we're just going to try it and we'll just see. Maybe you'll have fun once you get there. And so that's almost what I did with myself with this dinner last night. And I would just say it was a very average time. There was lulls in the conversation. If I'm being honest, there was a couple comments that hit me the wrong way and I got a little offended, which it was not a big deal. It was nothing crazy at all. It just to say I was a little moody, when I kind of got home and I'm like, man, I just wish today was like better. But, and I'm just being honest here, like maybe this is just not a struggle for other people. But I did. It was a good weekend, but I was like, man, it just could have been so much better. And I'm a little disappointed if I'm being honest. But then I thought about everything I've learned over the last few years, the resources I've equipped myself with over YouTube, books, therapy. And I thought, but actually there's good here right now. There's things to be grateful here right now. And my sister also gave me a few things that she wasn't using or needing anymore. Some things she actually picked up at a particular store that I wanted, that I paid her back for. And it was one of those days where when I got home, I just threw it all on the table and was like, I'll deal with this later. It's still sitting there on the table. But these are all things to be grateful for. And I even thought, and this actually was a thought that I feel really depressurized. It just really depressurized my thoughts, I guess, and my mood. So I was like, what if this was just an average day? And think about in our lives how many average days we have and how much that actually makes sense. So I was like, okay. Yeah, I'm going to be grateful for that average day that I had yesterday. And maybe I said this before, but there is a lot to be grateful for. I'm in good enough health. I got to see people that I love and spend time with them. Things are going good enough. Am I a little fatigued at the health challenges I'm still facing? Am I fatigued at how work is more stressful than I want it to be right now? Am I even getting fatigued that I am 7 or 8 or so days into this YouTube 30-day challenge, and maybe I'd like to have a little more views on my videos than what I'm getting? Yes to all of those things. And also, that's okay. That's okay, and there's a lot to be grateful for. And actually, YouTube-wise, a couple of my shorts I noticed have done pretty well. Now, most of the time, people are not clicking and watching the full video, but I've noticed some of the shorts are doing well, which is interesting and kind of fun. I don't really know how the week ahead of me is going to unfold. I don't know if it will be a week where I hit my goals or if chronic fatigue sort of takes me out, or if it's going to be somewhere in between. But that's actually okay too. And I'm just going to keep trying and keep showing up. So what are some things that you're grateful for? What are some areas that you could relax on yourself? And yet, we're just gonna keep showing up. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.